Hi, I'm Claire from Booker Flowers and Gifts. We run a flower class here approximately once a month. Details are on our website. Don't forget to comment, give us a thumbs up, and not to miss any of our videos, subscribe to the channel. So tonight's spring flower event, we're going to be making a nice hand-tied bouquet. It's not the easiest of arrangements to make, but they will all look lovely, I promise. So my selection, I thought bright and vibrant, because although we have had a bit of sunshine peeking through, we've not had great weather, so I thought, well, let's get some nice vibrant flowers. So I've done mainly spring, but I've put some longer lasting flowers in there too, so that eventually further down the line, when you take your hand tied apart, you can have little flowers around and about in your little bottles and jars and jugs and all the chintzy things that you might actually own in your house. Okay, so Alströmera lily, this particular leaf is not doing anything, it's been broken. So we tidy our flowers up before we start. So there's our Alstro, nice and tidy. Anyone know what these are called? Anemones, yeah, in a gorgeous, it's not electric blue, is it? But it's just really deep, stunning. These will go to sleep tonight, so they close overnight and they open up again in the day, and you'll see their beautiful black eye appearing at you. Okay. Then we have now do you know what these are? Tattatats is right.
The tall ones.
They're very lovely and tall. They're not the supermarket. They are super quality ones because of the length of the stem as well as the lovely cluster on the top. It's not just one flower, it's a group. So as your flowers start to finish, because spring flowers don't last as long as others, but they will get, these are better. Just pinch away your old ones and that'll encourage your buds to come along too. Also in yellow, tulips from Amsterdam. Does anyone know what this is?
Is it a form of jasmine?
No, but I can see where you're coming from. It's from the broom family, and it's called Ginesta, and it's got a gorgeous scent. It's one of the, that and the tattatats are one of the few flowers we can smell in the shop, because you get used to working within your environment, your senses and everything.
Does it come in different colours?
It does, yeah. It does, I love white, yeah. But I wanted to go vibrant today, but yeah.
No, I just think my daughter's wedding, that's all.
Oh, yeah. When she get married.
4 weeks.
Okay, it's available. Okay, and one of my favourites. Anyone know what these are?
I do, but I can't remember.
That's the, yeah.
Anyone? They are a chrysanthemum, and the variety, and you should really remember this, Kermit. Obvious reasons, okay? There's actually a rose out there called Miss Piggy. She's a pink voluptuous rose. So quite funny, some of the names, you know, but it's easy to get them to remember then. So we've got 3 of those, and like I say, unfortunately they've been a bit knocked, so just take away, doesn't matter, any leaves or any heads that have had a knock. Okay, so as you can see, my table in front of me is how yours should look before you start. All the flowers in piles, grouped with the same ones, ready. It makes it much easier instead of everything all in one and you start messing around looking for something, drop your flowers on the floor and it's crazy days. Okay, For our foliage for the edge, we've got Salal. This will last and last and last. It's amazing. So that's our holder, if you like, of our hand-tied bouquet. And eucalyptus with the seed pods just here for a little bit of interest. And birch, love it. Really long, so we can probably break this up into smaller sections as long as you've got a decent length on them. I'm going to get 2 out of 1. Don't worry if all of it's looking a bit overwhelming. I will be going round, Nikki will be going round, Val will be going round, okay? So before I start to assemble the hand tied, cut your lengths of string. Ready? And off we go. So your focal flower is the one and only Alströmer lily. So that's your central flower. Then to frame, I'm going to use my eucalyptus. Stems have got to be spiraling, so quarter turn. Take away anything that's going to actually come into the water, because that's going to turn it off, which will in turn turn your flowers. I've also broken the broom down, and as long as you get that pretty low and make sure it's getting in the water, okay? You can always test your water levels each day. You can take your hand tied out the box, have a look. Eventually you'll be putting it into a vase in the house, okay? Then we'll go with a little bit more Genesta on the other side, because it's bowing this side. So we'll take it in there, quarter turn, and then we'll get our lovely tete-a-tetes in. I should have stripped this before. So if you just take the bottoms off, just cut them off now. The way they're transported like that is so that they have longer life in transport. Okay. And then in between, so we've got like a triangle starting to appear of our positionings. So in between the triangle of tete-a-tetes, we're going to position the blue anemones to intersperse the colour as well. Because I've got more yellow, but if I put that there, all the yellow band's going to be in the centre, and I'll take this out and it'll see the yellow of the tulip standing away from the green of the chrysanthemums. So there's a method in this. Now my focal's moved. It's inevitable your flowers are going to move in your hand no matter how long you've been doing the job. You just move it back. If you find that you're moving it a lot and your stems are getting a little bit sort of damaged, stop moving. Put it all together, tie it, and at the last point before we cut them, we'll reposition them. They're soft stems with the daffs and the tulips and the anemones. We don't want to put breaks in them because they'll just die. So the last thing we want to do is be a bit rough with them. But you've got to hold them steady enough so you're not dropping them all the time. So it's a fine line really. Then I'm getting my 3 chrysanthemums, so slight turn, another one, see he's just falling right down there, look, slipped right through, okay, and my other one, you can actually scoop your trails up because your chrysanthemums are pretty tough, okay, then by those chrysanthemums are going the yellow tulips. We've still got another piece of Genesta, so I'm going to cut that one into 2 as well. and it does a lot of lovely bowing and coverage, so we'll filter it into one side, turn, and then the other side your shorter piece. Okay, with your salal, that will frame and hold your genesta up. Okay, so you've got a lovely sort of frame in the salal, sorry. Okay, and that piece is going here. So at this point I'm going to put some birch in. I dropped a piece, so we'll just filter that through. If you want to put it in as you go in, that's fine. If you want to even position your flowers in a different way, it's your hand-tied arrangement. So it's your rules of what you would like to see. I am just showing you the way to do it. Okay, so you can see my positioning's changed slightly. If you like that, that's fine. If you're a little bit more, well, I like this way and this way. So my text falling down here. So loosen your grip slightly and pull up. Same for my anemone. And then just turn it around, excuse me, and I think we'll have it. One more thing before we cut. Tulips continually grow in water. So I am going to just tweak those in ever so slightly, because in the morning and the day after they'll be up here and they'll be over there, growing towards the light. Okay, now some people like that, some people don't. If you get a bunch of tulips and you take them home and they've gone AWOL towards the sun, you just take them out your vase and trim them. But yeah, I quite like to see them doing their own thing because it's a bit funky. Okay, so that piece of string is on the floor. Okay, so I've got my little pinky finger here, halfway. Okay, so you've got equal lengths, holding it up and around the top of your hand. Okay, release that loop, feed your two ends through and pull. One way, one the other. Rest on your bench, tie in a double knot. That's the firmest way to do it. If you're finding that's tricky, wrap it round and just double tie it. Okay, Elaine fan. Right, wrapping and presentation. It's an aqua pack. So we all have one of these castle boxes. So bend the tops over, and then you've got little slits that the tabs go in. Okay, so you assemble it to the point that you've got just one piece left to fold up. Okay, because we're going to slide the hand tied in there. It comes in at the top and we don't want to push that bubble and for everything to spill out. Yeah. Biodegradable cellophane. Needs to be kept in the dark, so I've got a couple of rolls out and I'll get a couple more out and then we'll put it all away because it starts to turn. For the bottom, the length we need, if you get your top corner, fold it in towards you, that square is quite adequate, and we just cut it up ready. And just fold it, leave it to one side, and then for the top covering we need 2 pieces of craft paper. Okay, approximately, not quite a square, more like a rectangle for these. You're not sure on the lengths, again, Val, Nikki and Danielle's arrived. She's come to help out today as well, which will be great. Okay, so you get your two, like so. Twin peaks, okay? That's what we want, two of those making. Same again. So get them folded and get them ready, okay? Another piece of string. So we wrap, you get your bouquet, and there's your tying point, and slightly underneath you want to start gathering in your craft wrap, and you gather, and gather, and then you pull it up so that it protects the flowers and gives it a nice skirt of wrap, okay? And you do exactly the same with the other piece, just on the other side. Gather. Okay, then at this point, to secure the paper, we don't use sellotape because we're eco-friendly. We're using string. Rest on the bench, tie in a double knot, nice and firm, trim your lengths, and then the last part is hold your bouquet up to your box and have the edge slightly underneath the top of your box. Mark, so I actually saw then, if I mark one of my stems and then you cut the rest the same length and you cut them straight, okay? So what I do, I'll do it up here to show you. I take it to the bin, and I've got secateurs if you struggle to do this, but cut them all together so they're the same length and all nice and straight, okay? Then you need your cellophane square, which you open out. Place your stems like that on what you would say was the centre of that square. Fold it down. Bring the bottom up and the two sides, making sure that all the cellophane is caught in there, because if it isn't, you're going to end up with a flood. And then I've got a choice of ribbon, and you just need a length to tie off. So rest it down again, double knots, nice and secure, and then watering can, and there's jugs around as well, as near as the centre as you can, and watch it coming down, and watch that level rise until you're almost near the top, but not quite, okay? So then slide your bouquet into the box like so, fold up, close the last doors, and your flaps are in your tabs there, and your tabs are in your flaps, whichever way you want to look at it. If the cellophane's a bit big on one side, just trim it down, and that's your spring hand-tied bouquet, ladies. Okay, so thank you everyone for participating in today's session. If you subscribe to our channel, like and comment on the video and give us some feedback, that would be great. If you want to know when the next classes are, if you go to our website and go on to schools and subscribe to our newsletter, that'll give you all the information you need and you'll just get it automatically.